Episode 3 of Secret Invasion, titled Betrayed. I'm giving this show a big chance because it hasn't been moving as fast as I wanted. The story is good, but the action is just not there. Now, we see Gravik's base of operations, which is a clear confirmation that we have Super Skrulls, which we were kind of suspicious and they were real. Now we go back to 1998, where we see the and witness Fury and his wife Vera's kind of relationship start to blossom and how everything happened. And then we have kind of this quick little scene between the two of them, which doesn't have that much context to it, even though, the way episode 2 ended, we had that shocking reveal. This show is really putting on shocking reveals in an interesting way, but it's like, wow, they're really doing it in a different way. This is only 6 episodes long, and we are already here with episode 3 at the halfway point, and there's 3 episodes left. So it's absolutely minute that things really need to pick up really fast. Now, not only that, we are back in the present day, and Gaia is kind of finding it difficult to dodge Gravik's kind of very uncomfortable questions, because I'm pretty sure he knows something is up. And nonetheless, she accompanies him to London, where he meets up with Talos for kind of a quality time together, so to speak, a back and forth. Now, Gravik has a point when he takes shots at the leaders who comfortably sent men to die during war times. And then Talos has faith in the humans in a way, and distinguishing them between the green allies and the foes and trying to figure out what's going on. But while he's right about Earth and other worlds in a certain extent, and how Captain Marvel helped everything and what's going on with the MCU, which plays a big part in it, and they bring up the Hydra aspect of everything and how that debacle happened a few years ago, or close to, I want to say, a decade ago, with the events of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And things take a turn between how Gravik responds to Talos' threats by kind of revealing that he's surrounded by other men, and Talos does not like that at all. Now, Talos kind of answers certain ways, and moreover, we know that he's already gone the whole Super Skrull method. And it's interesting because he's stabbed in the hand. Gravik is stabbed in the hand with a knife. And he kind of has that extremist juice from Iron Man 3. So what the hell happened between Iron Man 3 and now? Where does this story take place? It's absolutely crazy and mind-blowing. And for now, however, the tensions between Talos and Gravik are good. It's a great scene, really well written. 2 phenomenal actors throwing back dialogue. It really moves the story along. But then we get to a point where things slow down a little bit. Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn kind of remind us why they're carrying the entire show on their backs. Literally, they're breaking their backs for this show. And Olivia Colman's character of Sonya Falsworth doesn't get much screen time in this at all in episode 3, but she's there. She does give Nick Fury a location of a very important Skrull that has made its way into the Royal Navy. And then we find that Talos and Fury go after this so-called, Royal Navy person, and it's Bob, their Skrull target, kind of doing a, back and forth, like, you do the good cop, I do the bad cop kind of thing, and trying to get information out, and Nick Fury doing his thing, and there's a quick banter of, like, Nick Fury's like, yeah, I saved your life, but then Talos like, thanks, sure, whatever. It packs an interesting kind of twist. There are 2 twists in this, especially where Gaia decides to finally leave the compound and rejoin her father, which was okay in an interesting manner. But then she's stopped by a car. Gravik, comes out of the car and shoots her. Spoiler alert, she shoots her, and she goes back into her Skrull form. Okay, if that's the case, then there was a really wasted character for Emilia Clarke to actually do something about it. And I feel like you could have done more with her. Now, the second twist, although we could already said something was different, comes when from Vara, Nick Fury's wife, who retrieves a gun from a lockbox and calls someone on a phone, or Gravik's friend, evidently. And it kind of sounds like War Machine. Don Cheadle's character, and it's really interesting, but then you don't know what's going on and who's a Skrull, who's not a Skrull. I've said this before in my previous 2 reviews. Who is a Skrull, who's not a Skrull? I mean, there are so many tricks that we don't know what's happening. Like I said, who's real, who's not real. Are the Marvel characters who we think are dead, are they really dead? Or are they dead because the Skrulls took over and became them? What is the aspect of the whole entire ending to this? What is the ramifications going to be in the MCU once this show is over? Hopefully it's not confusing where we don't understand ourselves when we go see a movie and figure out, oh, the Skrulls are still doing something. But then, it's like, did Tony Stark really die? Did he really sacrifice himself by snapping his fingers and killing Thanos? Or was it a Skrull that did it? And is the real Tony Stark still alive and just in hiding for certain reasons? A lot of questions that still need to be answered. And it's an espionage spy kind of Marvel show. It's in your face. It's fun. Ben Mendelsohn, for me, really, really makes the show. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury is great. But we need more context. We need more things. Like, is Gravik going to die? Can you kill a really big leader of the Skrulls right now? Like, Super Skrulls. Like, come on, what's going on? And then you have the extremist juice now, or the extremist thing, serum, whatever you want to call it, from Iron Man 3. How does all... And when Gravik did that whole hand thing, I was like, Iron Man 3, that looks so familiar. Like, what's the whole concept, And Guy Pearce's character from Iron Man 3, is he behind certain things? Did he really die? So many questions need to be answered, and it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully, the story is closed out. It's a 6-episode miniseries. There's definitely not going to be a season 2 because they need to do something like this. And this will have big ramifications in Avengers Secret Wars. So they're building up to that as well. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 3 of Secret Invasion, titled Betrayed. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about this show being 6 episodes long? Do you like the idea that it is 6 episodes? Who do you think is real? Who do you think is a Skrull? And do you think that that aspect of knowing that the 1 million Skrulls are here, and do you think some Marvel characters that died are actually Skrulls? Do you think Gaia is dead? How powerful do you really think Gravik is? Will Talos do something about it? What is with the Iron Man 3 extremist serum? Do you think that has a big role and plays a part in it? Do you think kind of Guy Pearce's character in that kind of knows who Gravik is and kind of worked with him? Because remember, this all takes place in the 90s and now. So within that time from the 1990s up until present day, now, a lot of story has been told in the MCU, and there are a lot of dots that need to be connected, and what will that be? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and be sure you tune in next week for my episode 4 review of Secret Invasion.